All right. Welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We got Coach Big Dave here. We got Elijah. And we got Qadry. And we got Kūlani behind the camera. We also got Cyrus. Give us a shout out, Cyrus. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kūlani podcast, episode 1. We are here in Columbus, Ohio, getting ready for the CrossFit Games, the age group CrossFit Games. And Kūlani is competing for his third and final time
as a teenager.
In the teen division.
That's the important part. Right there.
I mean, we're going to clarify it.
We're just.
He will.
Next time he's going to compete as an adult.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yep. So
Like this guy.
Yeah,
that's right.
Just like me.
That's right. Okay, so everybody kind of give a breakdown of how everybody share a little bit of origin story for Kūlani.
Too cool. Like, I just posted up that picture of him and Aaron Merritt was spotting him bench pressing, and I think it was 95.
It looked like 95.
It was like 95, maybe 100 pounds, and he was short and round.
Chubby.
He's
chubby.
Yeah, and now, I mean, he could be in Muscle and Fitness magazine or
could
Men's
be in
Fitness.
Men's Health
He could be in
magazine.
Men's Health.
For those of you guys who know what Muscle and Fitness magazine is.
Yeah, old school, right?
Yep. Okay, Elijah, what are some of the origin stories for Kūlani that you have?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like the running joke is that Kūlani was fat when he was little.
He doesn't say chubby.
Yeah,
He goes right to fat.
No, yeah, nobody says chubby. We all say fat.
Your brother doesn't say chubby.
Yeah, he doesn't say it. And he's actually sharing something. I think last week he was saying like, how like whenever you would say, oh yeah, Kūlani's gonna be. This is way back in the day. Kūlani's gonna be right with his brothers when he's older, and everybody would be like, him? This kid?
You know what your dad would say? He would say his angles, his arms to his legs were the perfect for Olympic lifting. He would say that, and I mean,
Limb ratio.
Right, his limb ratio.
Limb ratios. I always
Olympic
said that.
lifting. He would always
Limb
say that.
ratios.
Yeah.
Kūlani has the best limb ratios for sure.
Yeah.
All right, and we have Coach Qadry here, now living in Austin, Texas. Just give us a little intro for yourself, brother.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Wisconsin, and then met the Studionos from the games, TFX, other competitions, like the camp you guys had running down here, and I was up and left my home and planted myself right in the middle of it all. And Kūlani, I had told my friend Jace a while ago that he was going to be the fittest Studiono.
What was your first impression?
I'm going to disagree with that. I think Eve is going to. Be. I'm
That's
just going to say that right now.
That's a good counter.
I think.
When did you first?
Not to knock any of them because they're all freaks.
The first time I met Kūlani was 2022 games, and he was watching the littles, Eve and Koa. It was just the three of them, and I go up to him, I'm like, hey, it's Kūlani. I was with Jace, and then he's like, Eve, Koa, these are Qadry and Jace. These are other CrossFit people. that was how we introduced
That was
everything.
the exact word.
That was the exact
CrossFit.
words
That's
right there.
hilarious,
And so we just laughed about it all.
That's awesome. Hilarious.
That was the first time I met Kūlani, and then him and I got close ever since. So.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what's it like living with them? Because you're not just working out.
I live with them.
We've
and,
adopted him. Hanai. He's our Hanai family member.
I've trained by myself back home all the time. And Jason and I would train like on weekends just to throw down here or there just to kind of get that competitive experience-ish. But then living with them, it was like how seriously you guys take training is...
It's every day.
It's every day. It's every day, right.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah,
like
in
I've
season
seen,
or off season.
Yeah,
It's
I've seen improvements already in the short time I've been with them. And how diligent Kūlani is impressive to say the least. Right, like every morning, same thing. There's no slack off with them. Right, it's he's on top.
The work ethic is amazing. All of them. All
Yeah.
three of them have this amazing work ethic, and it's pretty phenomenal.
For sure, no doubt about that.
Hey, let's transition into the brand, the CrossFit brand. The brand is going through some transition right now. We found CrossFit. The Subionos found CrossFit in 2007. Dave, you found CrossFit 2005, something like that. Dave is one of the original Texas CrossFit affiliates. Big stance that we're making now is that we stand by the brand. No matter what happens, we stand by the brand. And Elijah, why don't you go ahead and share a little bit about your perspective on the CrossFit brand right now?
Yeah, I mean, even when CrossFit makes mistakes, which they definitely do a lot, but that doesn't mean you walk away from it. You want everybody should want CrossFit to win at the end of the day, right? Everybody should want CrossFit to be better at the end of the day. So standing by the brand and standing by the methodology, of course, is that's always the route I'm going to take.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
What
Like,
about you, Qadry?
if you're good friends with somebody and they screw up, are you gonna like turn your back on them? No, you tell them what needs to be fixed, right?
Yeah.
So like when I see all these athletes saying I'm out and all that stuff, it rubs me the wrong way. Like you think you're gonna minister change by not being a part of it? Get out of here,
Right,
right?
yeah,
Like
that
that's not
You
productive.
can't change things from the outside.
Exactly, you're not
Right,
productive
yeah.
then, right? Like I'm not happy with what happened with Lazar last year and all that, but it's not going to help to leave.
Right.
It's not going to help to leave. It's not going to it needs a good community to fix a broken community.
That's right.
Right. And that's
And also what
that's
that
the
does,
only way things can change is from the inside. Like
Yeah.
if I'm outside, I have no power to change.
exactly,
anything.
right?
Yeah.
Do you know how powerful it is to have somebody who's involved in the community says something that's going to have way more impact than somebody who scoffed at CrossFit and was like, this one screw up happened and it was tragic, or they're making all these budget cuts here, or making all these bad business decisions here, and they back out of it and they're like, that's what's going to minister change?
right?
No, like it's somebody who is still a part of it despite those challenges.
Right, and another thing too is that when the people who say like they're out and stuff like that, what they're actually doing is they're making it about themselves.
Yes.
and that's
right.
and that
It
doesn't
takes
help
away
anybody.
from the community.
Exactly.
Right, that doesn't help anybody.
Right.
and that's what they want. They're doing it.
They want their followers.
Right, they want their
and
followers.
They don't care what happens to the rest.
Right, exactly.
Right, which is really disingenuous.
Right, exactly.
I look at it a little bit like it's a business, right? And if you say CrossFit started in the games portion of CrossFit started in 2007, right?
Yep.
The first games, and then if you look at it, like it's not even 20 years old yet, and you expect them to be perfect. Like every business, Microsoft, like
NFL.
Coke,
Any
anything,
sport,
they
any
all
sport,
go
yeah.
through transitions and things where they look back and go, man, we shouldn't have done that. You know, we learned from this and we get better. I mean, even right now, the NFL makes changes and and some of them you're like, oh, that's dumb, or you know, it's a growing thing, just like a person. Like, at 18, I wasn't making all the best decisions. You know,
If it was perfect on the first try, you wouldn't know,
Right.
Because it was so young,
Right.
And if it isn't perfect on the first try, you wouldn't know because it's so young.
Yeah.
So mistakes are going to be made. That's how it grows. That's part of the process. To leave because you're basically leaving because of the process,
right?
which that's the exact opposite of what the methodology teaches.
Exactly.
And Qadry, you grew up in a CrossFit gym as well. Your parents run a CrossFit gym, right?
Yeah, my family runs CrossFit 1936 in Watertown, Wisconsin. We opened that in 2015, so I was 10 years old. And I did CrossFit for about a year and a half before CrossFit Kids at CrossFit Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. So, been since I was super young, been a part of my life. I'm not turning my back on it now. So.
I think it's pretty awesome how young these guys are, and they both have like ages of wisdom. You know, when I was their age, I was not that wise. You know, and you guys, like, I think it's amazing. Growing up in the gym and growing up coaching has helped both of you guys so much. You know, I mean, I talk to you a lot.
Yeah.
We communicate almost every day.
Yeah.
You know, about coaching things and whatever, and it just. I mean, I've been doing this forever, and I learn stuff from you and you all the time. I think it's phenomenal.
And you opened CrossFit Cedar Park in 2005?
2007. 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I found it the year before, and started. I think I got my level 1. Actually, I didn't have to get my level 1 until after we affiliated at that time. But I went to a couple seminars, and I was like, dude, I'm going to do this. I loved it. I said, I'm going to open my own. Sorry, that's me. I'm banging on the table.
Okay, let's shift gears into the 2025 age group CrossFit Games.
Back to this guy, right?
Right, yep, back to Kūlani for
Kūlani
president.
for president.
If you guys haven't seen the video clip, it was Cam and Nikki.
Rogers.
I'm trying to post that clip wherever I can so that everybody knows why
Yeah.
Kūlani has a
I've just seen
Kūlani
it.
for president shirt.
Right.
And if you don't know, that is the Kanaka Maoli flag. And we can go down another rabbit hole with the native Hawaiian flag. And, the Hawaii state flag looks like a British flag. And long story short, I mean, that's why I don't like it. It is the Hawaii state flag, but I actually don't like it because everybody thinks it's a British flag.
It's the colonizer flag.
Yeah, that's like I said, a whole other can of worms we could go down, but we'll save that for another episode.
Grease that.
We'll do that another time, and then whenever I roll out the Hawaii state flag out here, people just think it's a British flag. So the Kanaka Maoli flag, the native Hawaiian flag, it stands out, and I think it's just symbolic. It's just symbolic of the native Hawaiians, and that's, like I said, it's a whole other can of worms. We'll talk about that later. But what do we got going on here for the 2025 Age Group CrossFit Games? What do we know about Kūlani's competition so far, the competition itself? And also, let's not forget, we shout out to Chelsea Hansen and Carly DeMonico. We have 2 other Masters athletes that are competing in the same division, women's age 40 to 44.
40 to 44, yeah.
Carly and Chelsea, shout out to them. They are competing. So
I'm
Dave,
just glad we're in the same town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fly across
I
the
didn't
country
have
just
to
to watch
fly
your
back and
athletes.
forth.
last
I
year,
took
Dave.
4 planes last year to get there.
Last year,
That's it. See, they wouldn't have learned
You know
from
why?
that.
Right.
I had to take because I flew out of Kalamazoo.
yes.
Gross
Last
Kalamazoo.
year, Dave was split. Last year, he had 2 Masters athletes in Birmingham, Alabama, and he had
like
2
5.
athletes.
Plus we had the
in-
collegiate. Yeah.
Yeah,
two.
3 bunch of
Oh, yeah,
athletes. He had the collegiate. So we had a bunch of
Yeah, we had
athletes in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Then we had 3 because we had Cooper.
Yep.
Cooper A.O. Kūlani.
Yeah, Cooper A.O. Kūlani, and then Savannah and Reese were in the collegiate.
Collegiate, yeah.
Yeah. So thank God. Thank God that.
Same place.
Thank God that
Same
the
place.
the
And a
entire
good place.
age group, the Masters and the teens are in. Here we are in Columbus, Ohio. So far, for Kūlani competing in the 16-17 teen division. What do we know so far? Competition starts tomorrow with the 7K. In fact, let's go right into that. We got the
I'm really
7.
glad that that's the first event.
First event.
I really
Best
get it.
case scenario.
Yeah.
Best case scenario.
And if
And
you look at it
only
like
one run
And it's
score.
the only run
there's
score.
only one run score.
That's a
right?
good
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
How many-
If you look at the way it's set up tomorrow, it's both of the events are the individual events
Yeah,
and they're
single
extreme.
modality.
The
Single
single modality and
Yeah,
opposite
single
athlete.
modality, that's
It's the
right.
same thing from 2016 CrossFit Games, right? They lead with the run, then go deadlift ladder.
Yeah.
Which,
yeah,
and it's a
at
great
the
test why
ranch,
they explain,
yeah.
right? It's like you'd think that the person who gets first on the run will get last on the clean and jerk,
Yeah.
and vice versa. The first person who wins a clean and jerk might get last on the run.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't always work out that
Probably not
way.
that.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
not this year.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so we got competition. We got 2 events on Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2
I
on
think it's
Sunday.
Tuesday.
I think it's
2
2
days.
every day.
Okay,
It's 2 days.
so we have 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 2 events, 8 events total. We know how many of the 8?
all
I think
of
we
them.
know
Oh, we know all.
Yeah.
Okay, we know all of the 8.
That's already,
Okay.
That's what I hate.
I don't like
I'm
that,
going to
yeah.
tell you, I hate knowing the events
I
too
do
early.
too.
Why
is that?
Because you
It's unknown and unknowable.
unknown and unknown.
They took that
Inevitably, you're like, okay, I'm going to practice these movements over and over and over
Right.
and over and over again. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes it can lose a stimulus if you overdo
agree.
it.
I agree
You know,
100%.
like if you did Fran every day, by the last, you're not going to push the same way you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you have to be careful how you manage that.
Just the only way you can kind of like prove that is imagine had they announced the kettlebell workout
Yeah.
yet today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
That
Just
would
like,
be-
whoa!
it would be-
like I was
I
shocked with
would
all
love
those
it,
new
right?
moves.
Yeah.
That would have been
I
great.
would
That would have been
love
great.
it. I would love it.
And I think
What do you mean? What's all in the kettlebell workout?
kettlebell workout has kettlebell cleans, kettlebell thrusters, and
Yeah.
kettlebell
Kettlebell
single
pistols.
leg squats pistols.
Yep.
Which all those moves are hardly done. Even anything with the kettlebell is hardly done.
Yeah, yeah.
They favor dumbbells.
Outside of kettlebell swings, right?
Right.
Like, that's
Right.
the
Even,
one.
even that was one time in
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Right. They love the dumbbell.
They love the dumbbells, and seeing the kettlebell was spectacular.
Yeah,
That's
I think
probably
so.
one of the best program things this year.
Implements.
Yeah.
That was one.
I like the workouts.
I like the
them.
workouts.
think
I really
they're
do. I
pretty
just
good,
think
yeah.
it was a missed opportunity with 2 big.
I
missed
just don't like
opportunities.
knowing. Yeah.
Knowing it, like some announce some.
Yeah.
I get it, but leave some for that.
They could have put the
unnormal rate.
movement list out. I'm fine with that.
That's
you
fine.
know, that's fine.
But
But I think like, hey, we're gonna do the 7K run. Everyone freaks out, you know,
Yeah.
for sure. And then maybe 1 or 2 other events, and that's it. And then 3 of the 8. That's perfect.
Right.
You know.
Okay, so let's break down the other events a little bit after, and then we'll overview, and then we'll come back and we'll shoot a few more episodes throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
And I think the main storyline here is tomorrow.
Yes.
The main storyline is
At least the one in front of us.
the main
Yeah.
storyline is Subiono's. This is our 5th year at the CrossFit Games, and we don't necessarily have a great track record for the runs. So we've actually done a lot. Immediately after the 2021 CrossFit Games, we immediately called Chris Henshaw. I got on a $200 Zoom call for an hour with the aerobic capacity coach, who's the master at all things aerobic capacity and running and everything. Basically, then we went to Arizona to get the aerobic capacity cert, and Elijah's adopted all of the training methodologies for aerobic capacity. So he's been programming
Yes.
aerobic capacity.
And getting better every time. It's better and better.
So Kūlani had Kūlani and Kaeo both had 2 running events last year. One was a 600-meter trail or obstacle, 600-meter obstacle.
The first.
It was trail.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
called it
There was
obstacle.
some
It was
hills.
trail.
Yeah,
It
there
was
was
trail.
hills.
Okay, so last year Kūlani and Kaeo and Cooper had a 600-meter trail, and then
No, 2400 first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Long
so-
first, then short.
last year first was a 2400-meter trail run, then the
600 meters.
600-meter trail
Trail.
run.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Kaeo or Kūlani, I mean, basically they were in out of 30 competitors, they were 26 or
26.
They were in the
27.
back.
Like 26.
They were in the
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Okay, and then this year we made another big move. Kūlani started training with Coach Mark Boswell, who is a former Olympic high jumper, and he trains track athletes at Lake Travis High School at Lake Travis. Elijah's done some running, but anyway, I think what we had to do was really fix Kūlani's running form. So Kūlani, she did really well in all the other events. We'll talk about that, but Kūlani is a much better runner now, or we're gonna find out. Or Elijah, why don't you speak to Kūlani and his this is a 7K. We got the 7K run coming tomorrow. Why don't you speak to the year that has passed for Kūlani?
You're putting this video out right when
Tonight,
we're on?
yeah.
All right. Don't say any strategy.
No, yeah. I was already thinking
Okay.
about that. Yeah, I mean, Kūlani is definitely, I mean, all of us really. Running is always the biggest. For us, running has always been the smallest rate of return in training. Like it could be any other machine, like rowing, skiing, bike.
Yeah.
Like we're good on
Work
all.
hard, you get better at it.
Right, we're good on all of those, but for us, running has always been the slowest rate of return.
Yeah.
So that being said, we put a lot of work into it over the past year, and the past few years,
Yeah.
and we're slowly getting better.
What do you think was Kūlani's problem that he needed to fix?
That's a good question. I mean, I would say right off the bat, the biggest problem that we fixed this past year is probably his running form and technique. He's always ran at with a hinge in his hip.
Kind of like a hobble.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he definitely heel strikes. He's definitely heel striked a
That's
lot.
right. Bent over.
Yeah. He was. Yeah.
But he's not heel striking anymore, right?
No, not
From the last sessions I've seen.
from the last few sessions.
So
I've seen
he's
Kūlani
now
was-
in a better. He's much more comfortable in a 4-foot strike. No.
Right, yeah, and his hips are opened up. He's leaning at the hips instead of leaning with his
Instead
shoulder.
of bending over, he's
Instead of bending over, right, and
His
hitting at
chest
the
is
hips,
up.
he's leaning with his hips. So technique wise, there was a big improvement over this past year, I'd say.
I think, the way that it was set up originally, like if we go back to 2021 and that sort, when we started working on, okay, we need to run more, we need to, focus on that. It was and it was Coach Henshaw that came in and said, start doing distance first.
Right.
And I think that helped.
A lot of longer running.
Because before, that 5K would be like, oh my God, a 5K, you know, and now it's like, I mean, any of you guys could wake up and do a 5K right now. Like, let's go. And then this past year, it became about speed and technique, right?
Yep.
The better your technique, the faster you're going to be. And they worked a lot on speed. And I think,
Oh, yeah,
and that's
back
credit
in the
to
day,
sprinting coach, you know,
Coach
and
Mark.
him focusing a lot more on sprinting and sprinting technique so that, you know, you're just faster. You know, now you know you have the distance. Now we need to make it faster.
Yeah, because if we go all the way to 2021, if we 7K run, that was the furthest any of us had run at that point. So we definitely didn't have the distance. And now that we have the distance and we've worked on the speed, now we're putting it all together tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm excited, and I'm very confident
I
that
think
I'm
Kūlani
too.
will do well.
he's going to surprise himself.
I agree.
He's going to prove all
Just 2 weeks ago, Kūlani ran the River Place 5K that has massive hills,
Hills.
Yeah.
or one massive
Does
hill.
anybody know what his time
It's like
was?
a mile.
28
long.
wait.
Yeah, 28 minutes. Okay, now what is Kūlani's strategy? Not like real technical strategy, but I mean, what are your thoughts on this being the running event for Kūlani 7K? You know, Qadry, you can go first. What's your thoughts on the 7K for Kūlani?
I think that, like I said, that's the best case scenario. Not just the running event being first and being the one and only, but also it being a 7K. It's
simple.
It's time to yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right? And like he can just get all his emotions out right there, his
Yeah, it's
thoughts
very
out,
simple,
right?
yeah.
And you're all it's just you in a road, right? And it's that's kind of nice. And then knowing that you've got a clean and jerk after it, that's your chance to come back. And it's like, if this event were somewhere else in the competition,
That might be a little bit.
it's daunting for more days, right? And so now let's say you had to do another CrossFit
Let's say it
workout
was
first.
Saturday morning event.
That's on your head the whole
Then
time.
you're worried about it as you do
Right,
other things.
but now it's
Yeah.
one and done, and that's great. It being 7K is great too because of the River Place 5K.
Yeah.
I think that was the best training you could have done. It's
I
going to be
agree,
the
yeah.
same time domain.
Plus with that hill, it kind of
River-
equates to
Right.
adding.
I
Yeah,
agree.
River Place 5K is a tough.
Is equally as hard as a normal 7K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Having just run it.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys just came back. You guys just came back from looking at the course. What does the course look like?
It's simple.
It's in the
Yeah.
city, next to the
It's
rivers.
It's easy.
It doesn't.
It's an easy course.
It's not a River Place hill.
Oh my
There's-
gosh.
there's-
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
So-
Pretty good. Yeah.
Maybe some small rolling hills, some small
That's
hills,
about it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
but for the most part flat.
Yeah.
Most part flat,
Yeah.
not crazy turns, no crazy terrain. He's not going to roll his ankle, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normally, Kūlani falls into the back of the pack, and you can see the struggle on his face. Do you think he'll be able? Do you think he'll be able to stay kind of in the middle of the pack?
I think as long as he keeps his composure, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
I'll
thing.
say this. I expect him to not be at the back of the pack.
I agree.
I would be surprised if he was at the back of the pack. You know?
Okay.
I'll be honest. I don't think he's going to win it. But
Right.
I don't
He
think
doesn't
he's
need
going to be it, and he doesn't
He
need
doesn't
to.
need to.
That's exactly right.
And that's kind of been
What we learned last year,
Yeah.
especially with AO, was if you weren't 26, if you were 15,
Right.
you'd have won
Right.
the great
That's
the
the
CrossFit
big.
Games.
Right.
That's actually the
Right.
big storyline. Is if Kaeo and Kūlani were middle of the pack last year at the CrossFit Games, they would have. Both of them might have been on the podium.
Yeah.
I mean, AO was on the
would've won
podium.
for sure.
KO would have won.
Okay.
The points were there.
Yeah, we looked at
Yeah.
the points. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kaeo could have won if he was at least middle of the pack. Kūlani could have
Not even
podiumed.
that. It was like 40 seconds. If he was like 30 or 40 seconds faster.
Yeah.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Elijah is definitely our guy that's in the weeds and in the deep to fine details of scoring and points and all that, which is important. So, so as long as Kūlani's middle of the pack, he should be okay.
Yeah.
And then let's close out. We're doing good. Kumana Podcast episode 1. We're 24 minutes in, but I think we're pretty comfortable with the run. I think even for him,
And then we get to lift weights.
yeah.
Then
Then
we get
we get to lift
we get to lift
weights.
heavy.
Then it
He said
becomes
that today.
my favorite part.
And he gets to be mad.
Then he
and,
gets
and,
to
and,
be
it, wor- and it works for him. That's what's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, even
Yeah.
today he said that this is the day that he's actually least nervous
Yeah.
for. Because the run, you just gotta run.
You're doing two things.
Right.
You
You
gotta
gotta run,
right?
Yeah.
and then he
Some heavy
doesn't
stuff.
even
Yeah.
have to think about the lift.
Yeah.
He's gonna do well in the lift.
So Kūlani's sleeping right now. It's late at night. And then what kind of feedback? How's Kūlani feeling according to you, Dave?
I think he's feeling pretty good. I was texting back and forth with him. He seems really
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
relaxed.
you haven't seen him.
Yeah, he seemed really, really relaxed.
Yeah, this year I think is very different. I think I think we're actually in the middle of all of us, I think, in the middle of a spiritual awakening right now.
Yeah.
So I think Kūlani's on a whole nother level as far as just with his relationship with God and
you can see that
the
you can
ability
see even talking to him.
Yeah. Because what's, as you guys all know, or for all of you guys that compete, you know that it's a matter of controlling your thoughts and then managing your emotions, right?
Yeah.
Controlling your thoughts and managing your emotions. I think we all know what it feels like when you have a negative thought that triggers negative emotion like fear, doubt, or anxiety, and then what happens? You go into that downward spiral, and not everybody has the ability to come out of that downward spiral.
I think in everything, it's almost always 99% of the time it's you versus you.
You versus you.
It's always you versus you.
Yep. Is to control your thoughts, manage your emotions. Elijah, what kind of read you're getting on Kūlani right now?
He's actually, like I said, like Dave said, he's very relaxed. He's very calm. He looks good. I think this is the best mental state that I've seen him going into a competition. He doesn't seem very the nerves are there, but he wears it well.
Yeah.
And let's make it clear, Kūlani's ranked number 1 in the world in the 16-17 teen division. So he's top seed. He is the top seed.
It's a different type of nerves because everybody is kind of going for him and everybody
Whereas in the past he was always the dark horse.
Right.
And
that's
he's no longer the dark horse.
And also for me and KO, there was always a rival.
Yeah.
KO was always a rival. His entire career, KO has one person, just one dude. And then for me, I've always had multiple rivals. Right. Kūlani this year doesn't really have one, and I can't really think of one guy.
It's him versus him.
And that's
can make it.
I love it.
It's not gonna be easy.
nerve-wracking.
Right? I'm not saying I don't want to say he's gonna run away with it.
No,
right?
nobody gives it to you. There's gonna be some
Nobody gives it
surprises.
to you.
There's gonna be a couple guys, and we're gonna be like,
But
whoa.
there hasn't been somebody like KO who had RJ battling with him throughout the years.
Right. Yeah.
With you, and you could say Caleb, right?
Caleb, Ty.
Rovi.
I mean, that's
Rovi was the original.
That was the
Yes.
original.
Right, yeah.
Rovi is the original villain.
Yeah,
the villain.
me and him were always.
He was the villain. Then we
always
met him.
wanted to.
He's a
So we
sweetheart.
met him, and he's such a good guy.
And that's a whole nother podcast episode right there. Is just the
And Coach
heroes
E's
and
so good,
villains,
too.
dude.
And Coach E was his coach, and Coach E was so
Coach
good.
E.
Yeah.
But it's like you said,
Nobody
there's
like
nobody
that.
specific that's been chasing him year after year after year, or that he's been chasing year after year. So it's just a different mentality that he's gonna have to learn to battle with.
Elijah and I talked about this too, leading up. We had such a long, it was such a long time from semifinals to now.
Yes.
Almost like a whole off season.
Yes.
But I think this is the best prepared.
Oh,
We have
yeah,
set the
Yep.
training and the schedule.
When we left
no holes.
When we did the mock games,
Yeah.
that was probably one of the best preparations we could do.
Plus,
Because he was-
I can
he-
guarantee you,
the games
knock on wood, the mock games was way harder than the games this
2 workouts
No.
a day? Are you kidding me?
Dude,
Get
I
out of here.
guarantee you, this next week will not come anywhere as near as hard as the mock games were.
Okay.
Dude, he
a few
lost
months ago.
his face.
Dude, he fell on his
Yeah.
face. His whole face started bleeding out.
Yeah.
While all of
He
his
had to
hands,
finish the
Okay,
hits.
let's
yeah,
talk about
all
what
of his hands were ripped open.
I know, but what exactly is the mock games for the
Okay.
people that are watching or
Okay.
listening?
Yeah.
So
How long ago did you guys program and design the mock games?
So, we started last year. We did it
right,
last year.
so we did it last year with
And-
KO, Cooper, and Kūlani.
And how many
that was-
weeks prior to today?
6,
It
7
was-
weeks?
it was
7,
like
8
8
weeks?
So
Yeah.
8 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
eight weeks ago, you guys designed.
Yeah, there was 16 weeks,
No.
and we put it right in the
It
middle.
was like 2 weeks before I came here.
Right. So this is the longest span from a qualifying athlete of ours.
Semifinals, yep.
Yeah, the longest span from a qualifying athlete of semifinals, waiting and training to the CrossFit Games, which was 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we had
So
a very long time.
So we knew that we had to have a first front end section and a back end section
And
that
you need
leads
that
up to
little
the
break, too.
Yeah, it leads up to the CrossFit Games,
Mentally.
and we definitely take a vacation break in between for the athletes Kūlani this year. And so 8 weeks ago, you ran the mock games for Kūlani.
Yeah, game simulation.
Okay,
So
was that harder than this weekend will be?
And we wanted it harder, but it was way harder.
Okay, so the mock games was
guarantee
harder than this weekend's gonna be. Okay.
Yes.
Not just physically, I think he was emotionally
Oh, it was
beat
hard.
down.
He was.
It was down to like, dude.
There was tears.
Yeah,
there was
he was-
there was blood
he was-
multiple times.
So wait, did he
No one-
slide? He was doing a handstand and walk on the track,
So that was one of the events.
and then he had his hand slid on a
slid
on a
on a
cone,
cone,
and he face
and he
planted.
face planted into the track.
Halfway through, or right at the beginning.
Yeah,
actually,
after,
kind of
like,
at the
I
part.
think like 30 meters.
Yeah,
in,
30
I think.
meters. It
On
was
a
a 100
handstand
meter
walk.
handstand walk.
Right.
And
Okay.
30 meters in,
he-
he slid, and he didn't see. I mean, he felt it, but you could see all his skin was gone, and blood was coming out of his mouth.
His eye
eye
was like
bloody.
bloodshot.
Yeah.
For weeks when I got here,
Yeah.
it was
It was
rough.
still
Yeah,
red.
he busted
yeah.
a vessel in his eye, and I mean,
And
all
then he
you
kept
could do
going.
was like,
He kept
come on,
going.
let's go, and he kicked back up and
Yeah.
kept going.
Yeah.
So how hard was? What were some of the hard things in the mock games?
So that was one of them. One of the events was we had a 5K run that was grueling.
Right.
That came with its own, like mental. You have to push through that. Especially he
Challenge,
ran it on his own too, without anybody pacing him too. So that was especially difficult. We retested a few workouts. We tested some new workouts.
Mhm.
There was one workout in the middle of day, or at the end of day two.
Yeah.
It was one of the, I won't say which workout we retested, but it was one of the gymnastics strippers that we've done at the games, and that one you really saw him break down to
Yeah.
like
Okay, what was all in it?
toes to bar, GHDs, pistols. Historically, he has trouble with pistols, but I think
I
worked
think
on
we've
it.
overcome that.
We've
Yeah.
overcome it now.
I'm not worried about it.
Yes.
But man, like that was the biggest emotional beating
That was-
that
yeah.
probably any athlete could have gone through.
Well, and the victory on that was the second day, right?
Right.
That was the
And then he
second
came-
day.
and then he came
and
back
the
and
next
crushed.
day he was on, man.
Yeah,
like
the next
he had
day he came back even
sort of hit the
even harder.
wall on that workout, and
Yeah.
like emotionally broke down, and it was just physically he had blood from his hands. He was still cut up from his face, and he had a
Right.
fat lip. But the next day he came and crushed it. Like it was.
Yeah,
it
we
was
retested
great.
one of the
How
events.
many workouts a day did you give him?
I
think we did 10.
We did 10 workouts.
I think we did 10
total
10 in 3 days.
Okay.
So it was
Yeah.
like 3 days,
Yeah.
3 a day. Yeah.
There you have it. So you had 3 days
Or more. 10,
I
10,
think
in,
on the-
10 in
on the
3
first
days.
day we had
did
4.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, we had 4.
On the first day we had 4 events.
Okay, so day one in the mock games was 4 events.
Yep.
Day
And then
two
the
was
next-
3.
yep, last
and
day
day
was
3 was
3.
3.
Yep.
So this
And we actually
weekend,
had one event that we took out. Remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it almost was 11.
We were like, dude,
this
I
is-
don't
this
want
is-
him to die. Like,
we gotta, after the second day, we were like, okay, we gotta pull back a little bit because this is
Okay.
really beating him down.
So this weekend, 4 days with 2 events per day should be pretty comfortable schedule wise.
Well, then as a coach,
Schedule-wise.
that's what you
Dude,
want. So
this is a walk
Walk
in
in
the
the
park
park, yeah.
for him.
But that's
Compared
what
to
I
that,
want.
yeah.
As a coach,
Yeah.
when I program,
Yeah.
it's going to be harder because of the competition and the intensity of the importance of the event. But in a training day, like you think about it, on a regular training day, you do
Volume-wise,
way
this is
more
easy.
than right.
Yeah.
And then that helps you recover. And if you're doing all the recovery things, your food and your mobility and all that stuff, then you should be recovered by even on day 4.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Kūlani recovers of all.
He does a great
He of all of us, he recovered. He's one of the best at his recovery.
That's
And
why he's so fit.
right.
Yeah. And Qadry, what's your read on Kūlani today?
He's happy.
And you
Like-
talk about the crowd shirts.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got the,
that
we
was
got the
fun.
crowd
Talk about
shirts.
the
So
energy.
we went to check in this morning.
Yeah, and already we had
We-
we were in
we-
line and we had 2 media officials come up and be like, "Hey, picture your crew right now." Then they were like, "You have to," and so we took a picture of this guy, and then he walks away. Less than a minute later,
Less than a
another guy comes up,
Like a
and
separate
He didn't
guy.
even see. He didn't even see
Yeah.
his picture.
Yeah.
And he comes up, takes a picture, and so
And we were like,
they
we
were
just
like-
took a picture.
and he's like, doesn't care. I don't want. We want more. And then he goes away. And then about 2 minutes later, a guy's like, "Hey, we want to do a quick interview with Kūlani."
Yeah,
so
so we
like
did
takes
it.
him away, gets him a headset,
Yep.
asks
then
him all
we're-
these questions.
And then we're back in line. This is all happening while we're standing in line.
Yes.
The line took an hour to check in.
So many people, but already like people are loving the crew. They're
Yeah, we're
loving-
all wearing this shirt right here.
This shirt right here, Kūlani for president.
All of us were wearing
Banana
that.
cream.
Yeah, we had a whole
That's
entourage. There was like
The name
there was
of the shirt
6
is
or 7
banana
of us
cream.
that
The
were
color,
out there,
Yeah, Kūlani has selected the color of banana cream.
Yeah, he chose
He did
that.
that last year. Yeah, the banana.
Oh yeah, he
cream
wore it.
shirt,
on
Yeah,
the-
It's 'cause it
on-
looks
on
good
the-
on him.
yeah, it really does actually. Yeah.
Yep. And go ahead, turn around real quick. Let's see what the
Oh,
back
yeah,
looks
let's see the
like.
back. Let's see the back.
So we got the Subiono name at the top.
Yeah.
And the Kumana Star and the Kumana CrossFit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Love
so
it.
you'll
Yeah.
see this as a support crew.
And it
All-
is interesting that the font that Kūlani chose, the letter I,
Letter I is a number.
is
It's
actually a
one.
one.
That was not intentional.
That was intentional.
The
We're
letter
subconsciously.
the letter-
yeah.
the letter I is the number
I didn't
one.
even notice that.
Yeah.
till someone
And
pointed
it
cool,
out.
and it's dead center
Kūlani has his own
On the
logo
Subiono.
now.
on the
Dead
Subiono.
center.
That number one is dead center on in the Subiono name on the back.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Okay, so let's wrap it up with the remaining events. So event 2 tomorrow night. So there's a long break in between. It's just the max clean and jerk.
Yeah.
It's a max clean and jerk.
You get 4 attempts.
Yeah, 4 attempts. It's on like time windows for everybody, but it's basically the same, like almost the same, like
It's
the same
weird.
format as
It's like
last
the
year.
third year in a row for a
Yeah.
max clean and jerk, right?
Yeah.
If you guys
Fifth-
remember,
fourth or
like
fifth
in
year in a row
Madison,
doing it, yeah.
you guys they gave you what 6 minutes, and it was just load and
Yeah.
Yeah,
do what you
and
will.
everybody was kind of lifting on their own.
It's kind of that same time domain, but more ordered.
Right.
That's
Okay,
all it is. They have more designated lift and rest
Okay.
times.
So what did Kūlani do at the CrossFit Games last year during the Olympic total? 310?
310 and
310 clean and jerk.
260.
Yeah,
and a 260 and a
310 on the
250 snatch.
Yeah.
310 on the clean and jerk
250
last
snatch.
year.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the snatch was like he was holding back.
Yeah,
Yes.
he didn't. I told him that too. As soon as he was done, dude, he could have done more than that, you know.
Right.
And then what are you guys expecting to get tomorrow night?
I don't know.
So-
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
Okay. Yeah, you can't say it out loud. It'll be
It's
more.
gonna be a good number.
It'll be a
I think
good
it's gonna
number.
be a
I don't know if we
good
told you about it, but we practiced
heard,
yesterday, and it was good.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
really
I
good.
told them about it.
Okay.
plus the
Awesome.
crowd, it's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd is gonna be epic. So for you
So
guys,
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I
that's-
cannot tell you.
Yeah,
How
for
excited.
everybody
Lift on
over
day
tomorrow.
one is kind of crazy.
Yeah, man.
That we
Yeah.
usually don't see that.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
really excited about
And
it.
in all honesty, anything CrossFit workout, I put my money on Kūlani. 100%.
Any actual CrossFit
It's a-
workouts?
If it's a
Especially
CrossFit one,
the two final workouts.
he's going.
He's done
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he's done
Okay.
that. Yeah.
And brief overview. Wake up Saturday morning. Which event is Saturday morning?
I don't even know.
It's the,
Okay.
it's the
Friday morning?
Yeah, Friday morning actually.
Friday
Friday
morning.
morning.
So tomorrow's Thursday.
Kettlebell.
Event
Kettlebell.
3 is the kettlebell workout.
Okay.
Event 4, I
Sandbag
want is the
GHD.
same sandbag GHD. And
Okay.
then we got Saturday
We
morning.
just practiced the kettlebell workout too.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's practiced all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, except the rope climb one.
Yeah.
He's done the.
Yeah,
Have-
yeah,
have
yeah.
all-
It's just a CrossFit.
Have all the workouts been announced?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yep, we know.
And they're okay. So they're all. Are they all on the Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. All the workouts are on the Instagram, CrossFit Games Instagram page.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Saturday morning is
That's the double.
deadlift,
No, yes.
Yeah, that's the short one. Yeah,
deadlift
3
sandbag.
minutes.
deadlift and
Or not deadlift, sandbag, deadlift
and
sled.
push. Oh, which
Deadlift
is
sled.
another opportunity. Where
Yes.
a learning moment for CrossFit.
For CrossFit.
So
Yeah.
so last year we had issues with the
Oh,
sled
the
event.
sled.
Sled.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be happy. You were there. You'll be
I
happy
was
to hear
there.
this.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you weren't there today.
So-
You'll be happy to hear this.
So
Oh,
back,
wait,
so
what happened?
okay,
Yeah.
so for backstory, so for people who don't know, there was a huge the issue with the sled event that we had last year.
It was a
So-
short sprint.
It
Yeah.
was, so
Short sprint.
It was a elimination style, multiple qualifying rounds for this workout. Sled push down, handstand push back, right?
Handstand. Yeah.
Yeah, or sled push down and back, and then handstand down. Right. Yeah, handstand walk down. So it was short. It's literally like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
like, maybe.
Fast
It was
workout.
faster than that.
Fast.
It was
It's
fast.
a sprint
Right.
all out. Yeah.
Right. And what had happened, because you had to spin the sled around in the lanes, and these lanes were like 5 feet.
Yeah.
And
were
they
close.
had a box that they
Right.
had to put the sled in
To park the sled,
to park
right?
it and for the judge to say good.
So what happened was the guy in Kaeo's, or next to Kaeo's lane, had when he turned around, he started going into
And he
Kaeo's
went into Kaeo's lane.
He
Right.
went into KO's good box.
Right, and then he went into and then he cut into his box where he's supposed to park his sled, and in Kaeo's spot. So Kaeo couldn't park his sled, And then secondly, when he came out into the handstand, there was a camera guy,
Yeah.
and then he kicked.
And he kicked the camera.
He kicked the camera.
Kicked up and then hit
Right.
the camera.
So
And no chip timers.
and there was
no
chip timers.
chip timers.
No chip
That's
timers.
a big deal.
So the issue
And
on this
That is a
event,
huge deal.
the issue in this event was that after we made an appeal for all these different things, and it just nothing ever came of it.
So basically, in that event, Kaeo lost time.
Yeah.
He lost time in the event.
Lost,
and
and ultimately
And
there was
also
a-
didn't get
because-
justice for his.
it was massive injustice. That's what it was. It was
because there wasn't because it was an elimination style event. He lost so many points not for just that
From
heat,
losing, yeah.
not for just that heat, because there was an entire heat after that was points that he should have been.
Okay. So did they fix that this year? Somehow?
What?
Okay, so this year they.
So I don't know if you can see this. So you go, this is the sled. Last year there was handle here, none at the front. So you had to push, turn around, you had to like scoop around
You
and
had
then
to spin
push
the
back.
sled around,
Right.
yeah.
This year they've got handle here, handle here.
Both
here.
sides. So you
Both
don't
sides,
spin it.
no spinning.
So they don't have to
They
spin the
completely
sled.
took that out.
Right.
So
they
that
just
they
have to
learned.
Push,
Yeah.
push down
They
and back.
learned.
Right,
Nice
yeah.
job, CrossFit.
Yep.
Elijah? Didn't you talk to the guy in charge last year?
Right. So yeah, we
What-
talked to Brock. Brock.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to Brock.
Shout out
Yeah,
Brock.
so yeah, that was a big.
It's
that was-
sports, man. It's passionate.
It happens.
You're allowed to be
It
happens.
passionate.
Oh,
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal last year, and then he came up to us.
This year.
today.
Did you guys saw Brock today?
So what did Brock say to you?
He was like, yeah, this kind of showed me around the venue. He was like, got this field over there is the turf. That's where we're gonna have the sleds. And if you see this sled here, Kūlani can get his revenge for the sled.
Brock remembered. Brock remembered. Brock
Yeah,
remembered the
that was really cool.
the
That was
sled
really cool.
mishap.
That's good.
The
That's
sled
all good. They learn
mishap.
from it.
Yeah,
What more can you
That's how
What
it's
more can
supposed
you
to be.
ask for?
Yeah.
Because they
Mistakes
stayed,
happen.
because they stayed in the community.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
And
Because
so
they
did we.
stayed in the community.
If we had left the
We-
community after that, they would
Right.
still have one handle on the sled.
Right.
There would be no changes
Right,
made.
and
Yeah.
we spoke out about it.
Yeah.
We were proactive about it, but
Right.
we weren't saying that we're gonna
I'm
we're
gonna
out.
leave CrossFit.
Right.
because
Yeah.
my sled.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's do some quick rapid fire as we close it out. Who's your favorite? Name your favorite male and female CrossFitter of all time.
Kūlani Subiono.
Wait, who's your first one?
Kūlani.
Kūlani Subiono, and
I mean,
then
I can't do that. They're all my favorite.
Eve
That's- I mean,
Subiono.
Yeah.
and then who's your favorite in the women's division?
Eve.
Eve Subiono. Okay, Elijah in the men's division.
Okay, I'm gonna say Rich Froning. That's a lot of people's favorite, but I really
That's 'cause it's the
like
right
Rich.
answer.
It is the right answer. Yeah.
Women's division.
Eve Subiono.
I'm not gonna say any of my mad athletes.
Right,
I'm just eliminate
okay.
because I mean, it's like your kids, like saying who's your
Yeah.
favorite kid, you know? Rich Froning and Annie Thor's daughter.
Rich
Annie.
Froning, okay.
Actually, since you said Eve, I'll say Rose Subiono.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, Qadry, favorite ice cream?
Ice cream. Cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Elijah.
Okay, so at HEB they have this flavor. It's called Grasshopper.
There it
So
is.
it's mint
What?
and Oreo.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds amazing.
it's my favorite. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave, favorite ice cream?
Man, I don't know, dude. Cookies and cream, probably.
Yeah.
I love cookies and cream.
Classic.
I gotta
Okay.
try that one.
Yeah,
Though.
it's
Mint
the-
cookies and cream.
I had that Whataburger thing you told me.
The-
That was
yeah?
really good.
Oh yeah, it's the bacon Wrangler double.
Bang,
It's
the
Speaking of
Raking-
which-
Raking Bangler double.
Speaking
Dude,
of which,
it's so good.
the burger controversy. Everybody in Texas seems to like Whataburger.
It's bigger. It's
Okay,
bigger.
Qadry, best
That's
burger.
Best burger? Give me that Culver's Deluxe.
He
Come
likes-
on. From
You're
Wisconsin.
talking fast food though,
Come on.
right? Fast
From
food
Wisconsin.
burger.
Yeah. Gotta represent home. Yeah.
Culver's is out of Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right,
Soft
Elijah.
City.
Yeah, I'm going Whataburger. I do like In-N-Out, and there's a lot of Texans that hate In-N-Out and love Whataburger.
And vice versa.
I don't
Right.
hate In-N-Out.
Versa-
In-N-Out's okay. Their fries suck. Their fries are the
Fries.
worst fries.
Okay.
And then
What
everybody
are you
who
gonna
comes
go
in
with?
from California, says the complete opposite.
Right.
They love In-N-Out, they hate Whataburger.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, what do
I'm
you?
a Whataburger guy.
I love Whataburger. Yeah.
Whataburger's
And
great.
I've been at Whataburger at 3 in the morning many a time, and it's really good at 3 in the morning.
Oh yeah, Whataburger's great.
Yeah.
Favorite benchmark?
Benchmark.
Oh, no.
That's way more loaded
I
than
can
favorite
tell you
ice
mine
cream.
right away.
I'm gonna say Kelly.
Wow.
Kelly. That's a good one.
Wow, that is a
5
good one.
rounds, 25
Surprising.
wall
He's
ball,
got a
25
five
bucks.
rounds, 30 or 5
Yeah.
rounds, 400 meter run, 30 box jumps, 30 wall balls.
Okay, Elijah.
Ah, man, I don't know. Favorite to
do or
favorite to do or
programming
favorite programming wise, I'd probably say like Friendly Fran. That's 3 rounds of 21 thrusters and 21 chest work. I really like
You
that
do
workout.
like Friendly Friend because there have been several times you're like, Coach, can you put Friendly Friend in?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like that.
it's such a good workout. So favorite workout to do, favorite benchmark to do. I really like Gretel.
Yeah.
That was good.
10
Which-
rounds,
which is-
3 clean and jerks,
clean and jerks,
3
three
bar
burpees.
facing burpees.
It's Grace with burpees.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's also a good program workout.
That is a great
That's
program
good.
workout.
It is.
Yeah, I'd say Gretel. No.
Yeah.
What about
My
you, Coach?
top 3 are Grace, DT, and Fight Gone Bad.
Fight Gone Bad's really good.
Yeah. Fight Gone
Yeah,
Bad we
it
did
is.
at my level 1, and ever since then, and it killed me. But
Yeah.
ever since then, I've always loved that.
Fight Gone Bad is an underrated one. Not a lot. Yeah. Yeah, we don't do that one a lot, but when we do, it's fun.
Yeah.
I love that workout.
Ooh, shout out Nate. Nate is probably
Nate
my
is
Oh,
a really
Nate's
good
a good
one.
workout.
It's a
Nate
good
is
one.
good.
Specifically regionals.
Regionals
Nate.
Nate.
Regionals Nate for
Which
me
is
straight
okay,
up
so
Nate.
regionals Nate is regular Nate is
20-minute AMRAP,
20-minute AMRAP,
Oh.
2 ring muscle ups,
2 ring muscle ups, 4
Four
handstand push-ups,
yep, and then 8
8
kettlebells.
kettlebell swings.
Right.
Heavy
to 70.
kettlebells.
Not really that.
Heavy-ish.
Right. And then,
Heavier.
Two.
Heavier. Yeah.
and then the 2016 version of Nate at regionals. Regionals Nate is a 20-minute AMRAP.
No,
it's
it's
10
10
rounds. 10
rounds.
rounds with a 20-minute
10
cap.
rounds for time with 20-minute cap.
10 rounds, 20-minute cap, 4 strict ring muscle ups, 7 strict handstand push ups, and then
12 or 16?
It's
think
12.
it's
It's 12.
12.
It's 12.
12
Kettlebell snatches.
Yes, yeah.
Was it
6 on
70?
each- 6 on each side.
Yep. 6 on each side. Yep. 12. Yep.
Great workout.
That I love that workout.
So fun. Both versions are awesome.
because doing strict ring muscle ups in a workout's always fun. So yeah.
All right, perfect. That's 46 minutes.
Wow.
Kumana Podcast, episode 1. I'm telling you, these are easy. You just,
You just sit down there and have a good time with the
You
boys.
sit
Talk
down
about
there.
stuff you love.
talk-
Yeah.
We got so much more to talk about. We got all the other events. We got Mike Goldberg's here.
Mike Goldberg.
He's secretly spying on the 70-plus Masters division.
Yeah, I saw him like on the other side of
Yes.
the other side of the floor when they were doing the athlete brief. I was like, "Is that Mike?"
Yes,
Yeah.
Mike's here. Russell's here.
Is Russell
My
here?
my dad's
I don't
dad's coming. Pops.
We got a lot of family. coming.
That's
Um,
awesome.
My sister Anella, my brother George is coming. Savannah, Cooper, they're all coming. So we got a really big crowd.
Nikki Jace.
Nikki, Jace is
Got the Roddy
here.
boys going.
Max already here. Like we got the whole crew. So
Cyrus.
Cyrus is here.
Reese.
Cola's here. Eve's
Cool.
here.
Reese came from across the pond.
Yes,
there.
Big
Across
Reese.
the pond.
Reese came.
Papa
Reese.
came all the way from the
Yes.
Philippines.
He came from the Philippines?
Rose's
Wow.
dad. Rose's dad.
That's awesome.
Rose's dad
That's all the way
traveled.
to the other side of the world.
Yes,
Yeah.
Rose's
Yeah.
dad.
That is crazy.
Papa traveled here from the Philippines. It took him a few days over a course of a few flights. He got delayed in Hong Kong. All kinds of people showing up for Kūlani. I think game changer crowd and the crowd shirt. Shout out to Rose for making the shirts by hand and printing in house these days. But anyway, we got plenty to talk about over the course of the weekend. So we'll get this crew together. Kaeo's here, so I'm sure Kaeo can jump in and give some insight. And we've got to get Kūlani in here. So we'll try to shoot this as much as we can while we're here. And then just take it home and keep recording the podcast when we're home.
Boom.
That's all we got to
There
do.
we go. So
Okay.
Tomorrow night.
See
then.
you tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night or
Recap.
maybe even tomorrow midday. Maybe even tomorrow midday.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of
Recap
time.
the run.
Yeah.
Recap everything.
Okay. All right. This is Kumana Podcast, episode 1. Signing off. Aloha.